Welcome back to Corey's Corner. I'm Corey. This is my corner, and I hope everyone had a great spring break. I know it was a much-needed break that I needed, but getting back into the swing of things, lacrosse has recently just started up. They're full swing into the season. They've played 6 games so far. They're back at 500. They had some tough games at the beginning, but they're back up there, and who not better to have on than someone that scored 4 goals in their last game, Christian Della, Rocco.
Yep. How's it going?
Good. How was your spring break?
Spring break was good. We started off the trip by going to Hampton, Virginia. So we took about a 9-10 hour bus ride there on Sunday. We played them on Tuesday, so we had a nice rest day on Monday. Got to get out, run around a little bit. And then Tuesday, we got back in the win column, so that was awesome. And then following that, we bussed home, prepared for Marist, and then, we were able to win a nail-biter by 1.
Yeah, that was a great game. I worked the cameras for ESPN for that game, and it was great. It was back and forth. At first, I was like, man, it's going to be a blowout, and then they came back, and then you all were able to hand it out. But you had 4 goals. What was how did you do that? Like, what's going through your head?
So first game back, I was just trying to have as much fun as possible, playing relaxed. I didn't really worry too much about playing to like my full ability rather than just enjoying the game. 'Cause last year, so I wanted to have fun and make the most out of the opportunity to be able to play again. Coming off a pretty long injury.
Wait, so you score 4 goals. Is your team in that situation? Are they trying to get you the ball because you're hot? Like, are they trying to get the ball to you, or are you trying to find other people like they're going to overplay you, so you're going to try and find someone else? How do you do that?
Yeah, I think in the first half it was more trying to find myself to be able to get me the ball and create opportunities, not score, but dish the ball out, be a feeder. And I know in hockey there's a second assist, so try to find the second assist. In lacrosse that doesn't exist, but that's like more of an initiator role. And then the second half they made some adjustments, so it was more about letting my teammates have some of the wealth and spreading the ball around.
Nice. So that you're the 3rd goal leader right now? I'm not sure.
3rd or 4th, yeah.
3rd or 4th.
Yep.
Do you try and do you keep up with the stats?
Not too much, no.
Are there players on the team that are keeping up with the stats?
I think some guys do look at them every now and then just to see where they fall, but no one really cares too much about that. It's more about the wins.
The wins are more important. Yeah. Well, so you all can make it to the NCAA tournament, right?
Correct.
Because you all been D1 since 2005. We were talking about this earlier. So what do you all have to do in order to get there? Yeah,
so in our situation, we're going to have to win our conference tournament. So first we have to qualify for that. There's going to be 6 out of the 10 teams in the conference will make the conference tournament. The first 2 will get a bye to the semifinals. And then the last 4 will have to play in the first round game to meet one of those first 2. In the semifinals.
Alrighty, and then conference play starts in, I'm pretty sure, a few weeks.
2 weeks, or about a week and a half now. We open up with Utah at home, so that'll be a good one.
Yeah, that's is this the first time playing Utah at home, or?
No, we played them 2 years ago here, and they've all been pretty close battles. So
it's a tough conference.
Yes, for sure.
But it's different than like basketball. There's different teams in it. Air Force, Utah.
Yep. Robert Morris. Detroit. Cleveland State, so a couple stragglers.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different. The teams are different than like if you were to look at basketball and stuff. It's different teams. Do you like playing those different teams that people normally don't see?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's cool to be able to travel to some of those places as well. Especially Air Force in Utah. Yeah. We were able to go out there. I've been there once, and now I get to go back to Air Force again. And it's such a cool location. Obviously, the academy itself is beautiful. So being able to see all these places is very unique. That's something really cool about being on Bellarmine.
Definitely. You talked about this is your senior season. Can you come back? Will you come back?
I cannot. No, I do not have another year. So
so this
eligibility is up after this year.
Good deal. Okay, sweet. It's kind of crazy with all the eligibility rules. I didn't know. So, are there any players? How many seniors are there?
There are 14, I believe.
Can any of them come back? Or?
I think 1 or 2 of them may have another year due to injury. I'm not too sure, but I'm almost certain. But
yeah. Okay, sweet. And then, so you aren't from Louisville.
No.
I was looking, you're from New Jersey.
Correct, yeah.
How was that recruiting process, and what made you choose Bellarmine?
Yeah, so my recruiting process was a little bit different from most people's. I was recruited a bit out of my junior year to start, and nothing ever really came through, like no offers or anything like that. So going into senior year, I was still on the recruiting trail playing club ball, and I decided to do a fifth year at high school it's called the Hill Academy up in Toronto.
Okay.
So I went there for a year, and the summer before I went there, I started getting recruited by Bellarmine. Came out, I guess that was summer 2019. And one of the coaches is from New Jersey, or was from New Jersey. He went on somewhere else, some corporate job, about 2 or 3 years ago. And he was from New Jersey, like I said, recruited me here. And no one was on campus when I came, so it was a little strange. But the campus itself, obviously, is very nice. And I like the coaches a lot. Andrew Whitley, our head coach, he's in his fifth year, so he got here the year before I did, and I love his philosophy and the way he coaches, and being able to follow him was something that I really took into account when choosing Bellarmine.
So it was the coaches that really brought you in.
Absolutely, yeah.
What time of the year was it that you were?
It was summer.
Okay, so yeah, that's.
It was nice.
It's definitely weird coming here and not seeing anyone.
For sure.
When is how long is the season? It's not a super long season for lacrosse.
No, it's February, first weekend of February to first weekend of May will be the conference tournament.
Okay. So when you were coming, did you ever get to see, were you just looking up videos of watching Bellarmine lacrosse, or how did you see the team?
I honestly hadn't. I was kind of coming in blind in terms of the guys on the team. I'd heard of a couple kids. There were a couple kids from New Jersey, but other than that, yeah, it was pretty much blind coming in.
How has family played a role in you're a while away, so
absolutely.
How's that?
Yeah, it's unique. My family has definitely been very supportive of my decision to come here. My brother's actually the goalie on Jacksonville this year, so that'll be interesting. They're in the ASUN as well. And then my sister is going to play lacrosse at University of Florida, so they're both in Florida, so that's obviously a ways away from New Jersey as well. But everyone's been supportive, my whole family, and they just said, go follow your dreams. If that's what you want to do, go ahead.
That's awesome, yeah. So your whole family, lacrosse family?
Yeah. My mom was a big hockey player, big figure skater as well, so that was actually the first sport I picked up was ice hockey, and my dad was basketball, and I don't think my brother and I ever played. I know my sister played basketball for a little bit, but never got into it. So yeah, all three of us are now playing college lacrosse, which is unique.
Now, hockey and lacrosse, they're very similar, aren't they?
Yes, for sure.
So you used hockey was your first sport? Mm-hmm. So you used a lot of what you learned from hockey. How did you get going into lacrosse?
Yeah, I obviously you're skating in the hockey, so it is a little different in that, from that perspective. But in terms of little battles in the corners, working the puck around like a cycle in the offensive zone, the ride and clear in lacrosse is similar to a forecheck and backcheck in hockey.
Okay.
So it's a lot of the same concepts. But transitioning over from hockey to lacrosse was kind of easy for me almost. Obviously I had to adjust to the game itself, but I knew most of the concepts coming in.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Was it easier knowing that you didn't have to worry about slipping on the ice? You were on turf.
Yeah, for sure. I think once you pick up hockey and start skating, I'd been skating since I was probably 4 or 5 years old, so that really wasn't an issue for me after a couple of years of learning how to skate. But yeah, it's definitely easier not having ice underneath you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you'll play your brother.
Yes.
Are you looking forward to that game?
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be the last game of the year down in Jacksonville. So it's probably going to have some sort of consequence in terms of seeding.
Game there probably.
But I've only played him once before, and that was, I believe it was my sophomore year. It was kind of like a blizzard game almost, and it was a blowout. Jacksonville ended up winning by a bunch, and he was in towards the last couple minutes of the game.
Okay.
I think he was a freshman that year.
What's his position?
Goalie.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm attack, so I get to shoot.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
That's gonna be so. Yeah, you got to score 4 goals on.
Yeah, hopefully.
Will you all talk before the game, or will you try and like keep it? How do you deal with that?
Yeah. I always wish him luck before his games, and I'll say nice game afterwards if I'm able to catch it. I like looking at his stats too, see how many saves he had, his save percentage. But before that one, I don't think there'll be much talking. Yeah. I'll be focused on. The team will be focused on beating Jacksonville.
Definitely. Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're family, so
absolutely. Yeah. After the game, we'll hug each other, say what's up.
That's
and
awesome.
Probably snag a picture, something like that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So looking and going back into like what you all need to do. What is the biggest steps that you all need to take to just continue the season, even finish it out? What do you all have to do to make it to the tournament?
Yeah, I think our coach, our offensive coordinator, Coach Andrusik, he's got a great offense in place, and I think staying committed to that offense, knowing each role on the field, where you need to be at certain times, and just moving the ball, moving it quick, finding the open spots, as I was saying. I think, like I said, our offense is in a good spot, and it just keeps developing each game. So we'll be able to, if we were able to keep that momentum moving forward, I think we'll be able to get some big wins this year.
Definitely. So lacrosse is a sport that so I grew up in Louisville. Okay. My friends, they always told me, they're like, Corey, you should play lacrosse. Never got into it. I'm watching you all play. I'm like, wow, this is so much fun. Does it hurt getting hit?
Yeah, it does. I'm definitely used to it. So in the moment, it's not. If it's a stinger, obviously those are a little bit worse. But I can take a majority of the checks. So after the game, I'll worry about getting ice on it or whatever.
How does the penalty box work? Like, what causes someone to go there?
So there's like a technical foul, which is 30 seconds. Then there's like a unnecessary roughness, like sort of your hits that are a little late or high or whatever. Those will go for a minute. And then there's a new rule this year where like there's a 2-minute and a 3-minute penalty. Okay. And those are like almost like a flagrant in basketball, where you're like obviously trying to jack someone up.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. Have you ever been in the penalty box?
Yeah, I have. I think it was last game, or I don't know, but it's majority of my calls are like slashing, so 30 seconds. Yeah.
So what is the coach like when?
Just chill out, relax.
Yeah. Keep the nerves down.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, sweet. And then, so coming up, you all play this Saturday, March 9th.
Yes.
Who's that against?
Marquette.
Okay. So that should be a good game, shouldn't it?
Yes, yeah. So I think 2 years ago, they got the best of us. It was a 1-goal game, I believe. And then they played us to a triple overtime game the year after that. Wow. And then last year, we beat them by 1. So
it'll be
the 3 past games have all been 1-goal games. Yeah.
Your all's next 2 games, they're all at home. And
yes,
then, so you got this week, March 9th, and then March 16th, I think you all play Utah.
Utah at home, yep.
And that starts conference play, and then those games really matter, don't they?
Yeah. As soon as Utah comes, it'll be all conference play, and that's that's how we get seeded into the conference tournament, and then hopefully become a 1 or 2 seed to get that bye.
Definitely. Who was the top ranked teams?
In the country? Or?
Yeah, in the country.
It's Duke's up there, Army, Denver, Johns Hopkins, Virginia, your ACC, Big Ten schools, and a couple, I guess that'd be Big East, maybe.
But you all played against Duke, and honestly, you all held your all's own.
Yes, yeah. It was a 6-5 game, I believe, in the second quarter. They pulled away a little bit towards the end of that second quarter.
Yeah.
We were able to bounce back a little bit and make it, I think it was a 7 or 8 goal game, which is respectable.
Yeah.
They're a great team, phenomenal offensively and defensively. They got some studs as well.
Definitely.
So we knew we were gonna face a big battle.
Well, hopefully y'all can beat them in the NCAA tournament.
That would be great.
That'd be cool.
Be great, yeah.
Where is the NCAA tournament held?
So it'll be first and second rounds, I believe, are hosted by the higher seed.
Okay,
so there'll be 8 seeds, and they'll host, and then it'll move to the Final Four site, which the championship as well, and that changes every year. I think the past couple of years it's been in Philadelphia, up somewhere in the Northeast.
Okay, Northeast is real big with lacrosse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, sweet. Well, so you all have to get in the win column and keep winning. So moving on, you're going got these big games coming up. How do you all keep your team, like the younger players on the team, how do you keep them calm, ready for these games?
Yeah, I think taking the experiences that we've had from previous years, working or being here for 4 years or 3.5 years already, kind of we know how to manage the nerves, the daily or the week by week basis, how to go through your week from Monday to Friday in preparation. So just kind of feeding that information to the younger guys and making sure that we ourselves are staying on top of that, making sure you're in the training room, recovering, eating properly, getting enough sleep. It's all really important. So just making sure we're on top of that and trying to keep the younger guys in check.
Yeah, definitely. Alrighty, well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
it was great having you. March 8th, that's your all's home game against Marquette.
Yes.
Yeah, so you all should be looking to that and get to the game. They're real fun to watch. Even if you don't know the rules, it's pretty simple to figure them out. There's a shot clock. You might even see someone get laid out. It's pretty fun to watch. So get to the game. Thank you for coming on, and thank you all for watching. Thank you.